Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good. How's it going with you?
Oh, it's going.
Things are going. Things are happening.
Things are all over the place. Things are doing. English good.
I'm sleeping peacefully at night because I'm not worried about Armageddon and
Yep. Plenty of good sleep. Everything's A-okay. Not checking the news at all. I'm just gonna mute the phone here.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, the ceremonial muting of the phones.
Ceremonial mutings of the phone.
We Brent just about 15 minutes ago was sending me a bunch of messages, so he may have got it out of his system.
There you go. Speaking of getting out of the system, housekeeping, I guess. Yeah,
almost a good segue there.
Yeah. Same thing we've said every episode for the last 20 episodes. Oh, who's this?
Rob needs to take a call during the show.
Oh, sorry. No, all good.
Pause.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you're good, I'm good. We can move on into housekeeping. And the only two things I'll mention is this is episode number 110. And the second thing I'll mention is that we are lucky to be working with Buzzsprout, and they're letting us be an affiliate of theirs. And so they gave us a code and we put it in our notes. And if you decide you want to try out this whole podcasting thing, Buzzsprout does audio podcasts. And they, if you follow the link and sign up for a month, they will send you a $25 Amazon gift card, which will more than cover trying this out for a month. Or you can take that gift card, put it towards buying a mic.
Why not?
Or
get some donuts.
Or you could buy, a light. But we both have lights here that help even out the tones.
These fleshy tones.
Or do a podcast about donuts and go buy a whole bunch of donuts and try them and critique them.
All good choices.
All very good choices. Anyways, Buzzsprout, they make it easy. Us two dummies have no problem using it. And watch for the link in the notes. So, Rob, let's move on into news. And the very first thing is very topical.
Yes, like a cream.
So, it's kind of like a cream, yeah.
Kind of like a cream, yes.
So EA is removing the Russian teams from FIFA 22 and NHL 22 in a stand of solidarity with Ukrainian people. I mean, they're a pretty big company. They're not always on our best, our best of lists, and not always known for doing the right thing. But good on EA for doing this.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's it's an interesting step. I mean, I can see why they do it, and I just wonder if if you don't have it. Never mind. It's I totally get why you'd want to remove the team, but by the same token, it's like, hey, I paid to be able to use whoever I
I
get it. I get it. This is bigger than sports, bigger than games.
Yeah.
EA is known for being big.
I was also reading an article here, came out today, that people are trying to pressure Sony and Xbox from to shut down their online services in Russia
Oh, okay.
as a show of solidarity, because yeah, a lot of social media has done that.
Sure.
You know, blocked content coming out of Russia.
Hmm.
So yeah, interesting, weird times, my friend.
The internet all coming together. I saw Elon Musk just activated
Yeah.
Starlink for the Ukraine. Just
Hmm.
like there shall be Starlink.
So I wonder if he's like airdropping in a bunch of dishes and modems for them to
Yeah, I wonder, right? It's just in his SpaceX rocket, just throwing terminals down to Ukraine.
just blasting by it. Hey.
Have the internet. The internet.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. So the next
anyway,
topic won't be quite as
what won't be quite as emotional.
yeah. It's hard to make light of something like that for sure.
Yeah, and we're not making light. We're just
No, no.
yeah. So Nintendo last week kind of silently announced that they did a little update to the online app in on the Switch there, and they've added they've added two new features through it.
Right. I'll pull this
Uh,
up here.
one of them is I opened up the wrong thing here. Yeah, they've added online missions. So actually, I went and checked them out today just to see what it's about. First off, that Nintendo Online like app is got to be one of the worst things to navigate I've ever tried. Because there's a tab like now on the side, on the right hand side, that's where you kind of chose everything. You could choose the NES and SNES apps there
Mhm.
and your DLCs and your subscriptions, and like it was all the stuff. And they've added one now um, that says missions and rewards.
Hmm.
But you go into the missions and rewards, and all you can find are the rewards. The only way you can find the missions is to go. There's a little question mark at the top that says missions and rewards,
Hmm.
and this is the only way I can find it. Maybe there's another easier way to get to it, but I couldn't find it. And you go in there and you can see that there's like 4 daily missions, or sorry, 2 daily and 2 weekly
Hmm.
missions.
Mhm.
And the 2 weekly, one of them was um, to use the save data backup cloud, which happens automatically. So I already got the points for that. And the other one was visit the store. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And then the other two, one of them was uh, play play Super Mario Brothers, the original in the NES online.
Hmm.
And so I logged in, played a level of that, got the points. So for these missions, you get the platinum coins.
Hmm. Mhm.
Okay, so in the Nintendo store, they have the platinum and they have the gold coins. The gold coins are the ones you get when you buy something on the Switch store. They give you a percentage of the coins back, and then you can save them up and
Sure.
put them towards something. But the platinum coins are all the things you can buy. Um, like if you go to the My Nintendo,
Yeah.
they have like lanyards and posters and
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of cosmetic and merchandisey type stuff.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so now they've added these icons in here right on the online store.
Hmm.
So you can actually it's actually quite a selection now. Where I mean, we've had like what the original 12 to choose from since the since the Switch launched or whatever, right?
Hmm. Yep.
But also this we didn't it got lost in the shuffle of our breaks and weird shows over the past couple of weeks, but they revamped the My Nintendo Online store as well.
Ah.
And it used to be two very separate things. The only way you could get into the store where you spent the platinum coins was to go through your My Nintendo account.
Hmm.
But now if you go to the Nintendo store online, they have all the stuff in there now too. It's tabs, and they greatly expanded the amount of things you can spend these platinum coins on. So just some interesting little tweaks that Nintendo's doing.
Sure. Yeah. It's funny, only Nintendo would have a news story about new icons. That's
Right.
it's like, oh, they're giving us something.
Yeah.
Yay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, you want a new UI? No.
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 Maybe.
There's 2
No.
billion. There's 2 billion of that UI out there. People are fine with it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You want to be able to search something in the no.
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 You want to be able to change more than 2 colors? No.
No.
It can
You
be
like-
black. It can be white.
It's like a metaphor. Well, still continuing on about the Switch.
Still continuing on about the Switch. It's the Switch's 5th birthday tomorrow, Rob.
That's
March
insane.
3rd.
I don't believe it. I mean, I do. Sorry, it's doesn't seem that long ago.
I grabbed my Switch and I meant to bring it in with me. I was just going to show. It's. I was looking at it today. It's showing. It's 5 years of. It's got some nicks and scratches and little dents and.
Oh yeah.
I've gone through numerous Joy-Cons.
17 Joy-Cons.
17 different Joy-Cons.
They all drift.
And they just all drift. They all drift, Rob. All of them. They just drift. All of them. All the time. That's all they do. Sorry, you touched a nerve there.
Yeah, no, that's thank you, Nintendo.
Yes, thank you for 5 years of frustration and love. Just like making me feel like the redheaded stepchild of of the family continually.
Oh man.
Well, I'm going to do this out of order here because...
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot to add it to the notes, Rob.
We're calling an audible.
Audible. I opened the news articles about it, and I never made a note about it. So last Sunday, do you know what last Sunday was, Rob?
Like the 21st? 22nd?
27th?
27th? What day is it?
It is March 2nd today.
I have no idea, sir. What was that?
February 27th? It's Pokemon Day. It is National Pokemon Day, Rob.
Okay. That's
how could
probably why I didn't know.
how do you not have that in your calendar?
I have never played a single Pokemon game. I'm gonna open up the curtains so everyone can see.
Yeah.
I've never even owned a Pokemon cartridge. Never mind.
We do. I do talk a lot of Pokemon for someone who's only ever played Go.
Gotta collect them all. That's what I hear.
But they had a Pokemon Direct. And announced a whole lot of stuff.
Sure.
And apparently it was quite a lot of info crammed into 14 minutes. A lot of this I have no idea what it means, but I'll repeat it.
Just usually a bunch of Pokemon type words like Squirtle and
Squirtle. So Pokemon Go is adding the Alolan Pokedex, which I do know what that means. That just means that they're adding another bunch of Pokemon for you to go out and collect. So that'll be coming. Oh, it started March 1st, so it's already happening. There's an app called Pokemon Cafe Remix that will be coming out in June, which is cool. They kicked off an event for Pokemon Day and Pokemon Unite, which is the Pokemon I forget the name of that. It's that online battle MOBA. Their online MOBA, the Pokemon MOBA.
Every time you say Pokemon, it just sounds a little funnier.
It does, doesn't it?
It's one of those words that just like Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon,
Pokemon. They will be adding special Pokemon to the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes on March 27th.
Cool.
There will be DLC for Pokemon Legends, Arceus,
Arcadia.
Arcadia. And then I guess the big drop that no one was expecting is they announced new Pokemon games, like whole, not remakes, but these ones are going to be called Scarlet and Violet.
They're running out of stuff to name colors.
Yeah. Well, last one was Sword and Shield. So
okay.
But yeah, before that, and then Diamond and Pearl were the old ones. And anyways, yeah, big event, a lot of Pokemon news.
So many Pokemon. Announcing a new Digimon DLC for Pokemon.
Ooh, that'd be scandalous.
That'd be like getting GoBots in your Transformer movie.
Uh-huh.
Although I'm sure Digimon fans would disagree. If there are any out there who are offended, please send your email to
Rob.lego.
Ryan, the grumpy old gamer at gmail.com, which is an email account I'm making as we speak.
Yeah, there we go. So there's been a news leak about the possible pricing of PlayStation Spartacus project.
Right. Tell the nice folks what PlayStation Spartacus is.
Well, PlayStation Spartacus is going to be PlayStation's competitor to Xbox's Game Pass. So this comes from Bloomberg. Bloomberg originally reported this.
Okay.
So the first tier, there's going to be 3 tiers to it.
A single tier.
But when you hear this stuff, a single tier will roll down your cheek. The first tier will be PS Plus. It'll be called the PS Plus Essential, which is essentially what PS Plus is right now. You get your online ability, and you get your free games every month, and that's $10 American. So probably 12 Canadian. That works out to.
Yep.
Roughly.
Yeah, the 12, 13, something
12, 13, something there. Tier 2 will be called PS Plus Extra. It'll give you the monthly games, and it'll give you access to the PS Now downloadable games catalog. And that's listed at $13 a month. So probably 15, 16 Canadian a month.
And what's PS Now? Like, what would be in PS Now? Like, that's not like a Game Pass equivalent, right? That's like older games, or
it's all older games.
Okay.
And anything that's even kind of remotely newer just kind of shows up for a couple months and then is gone.
Okay.
Like they made a big deal right before the launch of PS5 that they added like God of War to PS Now, but it was only there for 3 months.
Okay.
And I think Spider-Man did something similar with Spider-Man too. But yeah, it's their older catalog.
Sure.
And then the final tier, the premium tier, $16 a month. So you're probably looking 20, 21 Canadian.
Yep.
You'll get the monthly games, the games catalog. You'll get access to cloud streaming, which is not included in the second tier. And then there will also be a collection of classic games and game trials for you to peruse.
Okay.
Yeah, so these would be classic games that are not included in PS Now already.
Right. Maybe like you'd see some PSP games, PS1. Speculation, of course, or PS3. I mean, they've never had a backwards compatible PS3 anything, so
exactly cool. Right.
Yeah.
So they did point out in this article that there's no mention of anything day and date.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I don't think Sony's interested. They don't need that hook. They're still outselling Xbox 7 or 8 to 1. maybe more. You know,
It's
they
true.
they've got the worldwide market share that
Mhm.
like we hear a lot about Xbox in North America, but I don't think the rest of the world has as much invested in it as we do. Not even close.
Yeah, no, definitely in Japan as well, right? The which is the other big market.
Yeah,
Sony has always done much better there.
I think in Japan they've sold like millions of the PS5s and like 100,000
Yeah.
Xboxes. It was something ridiculous like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's and because these are leaks, they're not final prices. It
Hmm.
could be they might lower it a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
not at that price. It's not really competitive with Game Pass, but um,
but you know what? This kind of goes with Sony's whole attitude that they seem to have towards everything, and it's like you're gonna buy our stuff, no matter
mhm.
what. No matter what we do, you're gonna buy it.
Yep.
You're gonna buy our games, our exclusive games, because you're
Mhm.
gonna.
It does seem like kind of an afterthought. Like Sony is still interested in making games for the PlayStation and selling games for the PlayStation, and Microsoft has gone. We're going to sell the games, and you can play them on whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
So it's dude, they're both still making boatloads of money. Neither of them are to be felt sorry for.
yeah.
It's they're doing all right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
don't
very
feel.
interesting. Very very interesting that they are just not. I kind of thought they might go a little bit more towards the Game Pass kind of model, but not quite yet.
Yeah, I don't think because they're not feeling any threat from it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm sure they've lost some of the people that they gained with PS4,
Right.
like from the Xbox, like that jumped ship from Xbox, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not it's not significant enough to.
No, very true. They're still very comfortable.
Next story we have here is something a little what's a good word for it? Wholesome. I'm gonna go with
The world
like
can use some of that, right?
yeah. So owner of Steam, Gabe Newell, hand delivered a bunch of Steam decks to people who had ordered them. I think it was in Seattle where it
Yep,
happened.
that's right. You bet.
Yeah, and there's a video posted now that Steam put out, and it's of him like yeah, just coming up to the people and like he's all just very humble and he's like, "Hi, here I'm here to deliver your Steam Deck, and I signed it. I hope you don't mind. I hope that I got." There's one where he's like, I got a blank one back in the van I can give you if that if it bothers you, and then
Oh
and then he
man.
gives then in the actual when they're kind of done their transaction, like what a lot of people were like overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
a couple of people were like, "Oh, why are there cameras for you doing this?" Like just no idea
Hmm.
about it, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the transaction, he's like, "Oh, and by the way, my email is gaben at steamwhatever.com, and send me an email. Let me know what you think about this." And he, yeah, he actually put his email out there too, like for people he wanted to actually hear from these people to see what they thought of it, right?
It's pretty cool. He's a different one.
He is.
He's he's not your stereotypical video game CEO, right? He's
No, no,
real people. There's a lot of the article is based around the fact that everyone thought he was still in New Zealand, like he
right.
had just been sitting there, like he's been there for years, and it's like he's in Seattle now. When did that happen?
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I would have lost my crap if Gabe showed up at my door.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't know who he is, but it's like he's a I mean, man, to people our age, like
Yeah.
came
He's
out with
a
Steam, Half Life, little game called Half Life, Portal.
yeah. He's a
Did he
legend.
Valve do
Yeah.
Portal? Oh, am I having a brain fart?
No, you're right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're Portal.
They make one game every 12 years, but it's usually a pretty good one.
It's usually a pretty damn good game.
Yeah, yeah, you bet.
So, anyways, you know what? If you want something a little wholesome, a little uplifting, people genuinely excited they were getting their Steam Decks hand delivered from the creator of them.
Yeah, absolutely. That is pretty cool.
I didn't make a note here about it, but the Steam Deck's being pretty well received. Hey,
It is. They had some issue with some sort of drift, but it was software related, and they've evidently got it fixed. So
yeah, it seems like it's software. Like you just need to calibrate
Mhm.
your joysticks because I mean, really, how could you get drift in a joystick like a week into it being launched?
What are they, Nintendo? Oh.
They drift all the time,
All the
Rob.
time.
All the time. Just
Yeah,
all the time.
It's pretty cool. I mean, because it's a PC, there have been some concerns about some games just don't necessarily run well in Steam, but that's because you're looking at a library of like 18,000 games.
Oh.
Like
That might even be low end. Like, how long has Steam been around?
So it's like yeah, they're working on it. It's I mean, there's some games we have played on Steam in our cheap bad game challenge that didn't want to run on our computers either.
It's true. It's true.
So that's the difference with a PC and a console, is that the console, like the Switch, would be everything's made to work on this specific piece of hardware that has always got these specs. They will never make a Pro, and they you optimize it for that. Whereas like Steam games are made to run on everything from like 46 to dual 3090.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's quite an accomplishment.
Absolutely, and the price was really good still. So
yeah,
I didn't get one myself. You pre-ordered one, didn't you? Or
no?
Did you pull it back?
Yeah, I wanted to see how they did.
Should have put money in Amico. Anyway, we'll get to that. Don't you worry. Yeah. Yeah, more feel good news, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so never mind. I thought this was a different charity. Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
So I wanted to I like to share good deals, Rob.
It's true.
And right now on Humble Bundle, which whenever you buy a bundle, the money goes towards a charity. Whatever you pay for the bundle. But there's one right now. Sometimes they just have these insane bundles that you just gotta look at this bundle and bundle and then bundle it.
We were just talking about this.
So they have a Sid Meier bundle. Humble bundle. And it's got the big ticket in it is it has Civilization 6 and what I'm assuming is all the DLCs for it.
Awful lot of DLCs and scenario packs and stuff. Yeah.
But then it also has Beyond Earth, Civilization 5, Civilization 4, 3, Sid Meier's Pirates.
Yes, which was a criminally underrated game. I used
Absolutely.
To love it. Yep.
Sid Meier's Starships, which I've never even heard of.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
And then like Sid Meier Railroads, Pacific Skies, Ace Patrol, Colonization, like all these like just classic Sid Meier games just in this bundle. And at a minimum, they're asking for $19 for all these games.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Fun story. I played Colonization before I played Civilization.
Oh.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very similar game. But
I'm ashamed to say I haven't played anything since Civ 2, maybe 3. I can't remember which one it was.
Right.
But yeah.
It's the one where you try to take over the world, right? that one. Yeah. Or you launch the rocket ship. Civ 2 you could win by launching a rocket ship.
Yeah. I think that's the last one I played. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. It's going on for another week. So you got another week to get
Do it.
to get the Sid Meier bundle if you're
Bundle.
interested. Did I mention it's a humble bundle?
Humble bundle, but
Sid Meier humble bundle.
yep. Not sponsored. Could
Not
be
sponsored.
sponsored. Hit us up, humble bundle.
No, you're just having trouble saying it because you're thinking about it so much.
Herbal burble.
Herbal boonder.
Herbal
Herbal birdle. Capcom, still doing things right, have announced that they're putting out free upgrade patches to Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 to get them next gen.
Ah, all right. So like PS5 and Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wasn't 7 already next gen? But
No,
yeah,
that's
it's not a
8.
remake. It's just the patch. Okay.
Yeah. 8 is came out and had both versions,
Right.
like a PlayStation 4 and 5 version. But
Now,
yeah,
will they have an upgrade for the PS7 VR for the PSVR 2?
there's no mention of that.
That would be terrifying.
Not gonna play it.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Well, Rob, take it away.
We're at this. We ought to make a bumper for this. So, a couple pieces of news for the Intellivision Amico. This is where we need like a Tommy Tallarico riff of something, or
Is there anything famous he says? Okay, get a clip of that.
Hey there. All right. So yeah. The Amico, as we mentioned before, it entered a 4th stage of fundraising. They were looking to get about 5 million and they got about 50,000. So it was just pulled was it Monday?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got 58,000 from 54 investors. They were looking for about 5 million. Closing the account when Intellivision did was within the platform rules. Offerings had to be open for a minimum of 21 days, which they just reached. When the total raise is under 107,000, the business owner can personally sign off on the legal and financial paperwork without the need for an outside CPA to verify your financials for the past 2 years. So, yeah, not looking great. They got about 1% of what they were looking for. So people are kind of just wondering, hey, where do things go now? So I got a letter, as did all Intellivision founders, anyone who's involved with it, a business update from the fine folks at Intellivision. From Mr. Phil Adams, CEO of Intellivision. I wanted to take a moment to provide an update and also extend my apologies. As you know, it was my goal to communicate with you by the end of February. However, over the last few weeks, we started discussions with potential investors / acquirers. I think more the acquirer than the investor, outside of the Start Engine universe. Start Engine being what the latest fundraising was on. As we continue to work with them on a deal structure and terms, basically, it has been agreed that we maintain a quiet period while negotiating. The magnitude of this type of deal will invariably have an influence on our path forward, but we're excited about the potential of a new group's involvement with Intellivision, and we'll update you as soon as we are able. Thank you for your continued support and patience. Phil Adams, CEO, Intellivision. So insert your latest conspiracy theory at this point. I think the wording investor / acquirer is not a coincidence. I think very likely someone will be looking to take them over versus investing in them. And I think at this point, for the money they need, that's got to be the way they go. What it means for the future, who knows? This is still very much in the Coleco Chameleon territory, where it's you got a system that will probably not see the light of day, but we're going to have to see. One thing that was interesting as well is that Tommy Tallarico's Twitter has now gone private.
Yeah.
So the world cannot see what he's saying unless you follow him, which, some people do. Usually it's I'm dropping out of the world for a while and I don't want the hate kind of move, but yeah. Thoughts, feelings about the Amico, Ryan?
Man, like it's just so sad to watch how like how this is played out,
Yeah.
Things seem so positive and like just seem to be moving right along right at the beginning there, and like Tommy Tallarico was so into it, and you kind of believed in him, and like you're kind of just just hoping that the underdog can come out swinging, right? And yeah, that's not what's happened.
There's been some extremely bad business moves here, and I think
Yeah.
Phil Adam, sorry, is got a lot more business savvy, where I think Tommy was the emotional leader. Definitely had a lot of emotion. I don't know, maybe leader was not a strong choice of words, but yeah, they kind of dug their own hole, and now the problem is every time that gets further out, you're dealing with hardware that's older, that was never particularly great to begin with.
Yeah.
So we'll see where things go. I still have my deposit in for Founders Edition. It may become a lost $100 at this point, but
right.
At this point, I'm in it for more of the curiosity. This is like going on a roulette table and putting it all on black. You're like, I don't think this is going to work, but I really want to see if it does.
There's this tiny chance.
Yeah.
That something awesome is going to happen.
I have a feeling they're going to get acquired. Maybe they'll get bought by Sega and just blow your predictions right out of the water. It's like Sega bought Intellivision.
Yeah. Nobody bought Sega, but they bought Intellivision.
I think it would be a real funny thing if Atari bought them. That would mess our childhood up, right? But for those too young to remember, Atari 2600 and Intellivision were head-to-head competitors back in the day, the early 80s. So it'd be like Nintendo buying Sega, which Ryan has predicted for this year. So, or PlayStation buying Sega, or
Xbox buying.
Right. Sega. Somebody's buying Sega. That's the prediction. So yeah, well, Intellivision. Stay tuned for all your Intellivision news.
Yeah, we will keep you up to date.
Yep.
And hopefully
maybe giving away some Intellivision pre-ordered coins. Those things are going to be, if they don't release the console, they're going to be worth some money.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself. I'm like, oh, it'll be collector's edition, like games that never came.
It will be.
Or they will be worth nothing. Yeah. All right, take it away, Ryan. What have you been playing, you silly, magnificent bastard?
Well, Rob, do you remember last week when I was like, I'm feeling in a video game slump, and I'm not.
Yes.
I'm just like, the thought of starting new games has been just dragging, and I'm just feeling down about games right now.
Yep.
So you know what I thought would cheer me up?
Video games.
Oh, video games. If I would play a video game about a dystopian Victorian steampunk era where you're constantly fighting off the cold and on the verge of dying all the time. It just felt like something that would lift my spirit.
Why not? It's like, we could be there in a year or two anyway, right? That's
So I broke out Frostpunk, which I've talked about before, and it was one of my games of the year 2 years ago. I was going through my library, and I was like, you know what? I bought Frostpunk and a whole bunch of DLC, and I played through the initial game, but I never played the DLC. So I was like, I'm gonna fire this up again. I wanna put this notch in my belt that I've played all the Frostpunk, and because Frostpunk 2 is coming, and
Yep. I'm
so
not gonna do it.
yeah. So here's a funny, interesting thing, and this is one of the things that we kind of talk about with Game Pass. But so I played Frostpunk on PC on Game Pass,
Right,
and finished it there. But then I had a hard time, like it always like I was waiting for the DLC to go on sale on Xbox, and it wasn't. But then I got a crazy sale on Good Old Games for the game and all the DLC. Like it was like $15 or something ridiculous. Like it was a crazy sale.
Yep.
But now I got to go through and finish the game again because it didn't carry over from Xbox. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's an interesting problem if you really find these games you like. Do you just full on invest in them in the Xbox environment, or do you do what I did and watch for it to go on sale elsewhere? So just something interesting I thought I'd point out with that. So I've been working on, and it's a grueling experience to finish that first scenario so that you can move on to the next ones.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been playing that here and there. I did try for a little bit a game called Infernax. What kind of led me to it is I stumbled across an article that they were a Canadian developer. So I'm like, hey, I'll check them out. Infernax, it's on Game Pass. It's a 16-bit style side-scrolling hack and slash, but they have roguelike elements where you upgrade yourself and they stick with you even after you die, the upgrades.
Sure.
And there's also branching decisions. So you encounter people and you choose one or the other, and those decisions will carry on through your entire game. So I put a little over an hour into it. It's fun. It's fine. Probably play it a little bit more. It's good, kind of mindless hack and slash fun.
Sure.
They're really in touch with their crowds. They have a big warning at the beginning where they're like, you know what? There's half naked people. There's gore. There's questionable language in this game. Just be cool about it, man. Just be cool. I was like, all right. Yeah.
The Ryan Cashmere game.
Yeah.
That's, check.
Like,
check.
I'm cool. I'm cool about that.
I'm cool. Yo.
So I've been checking that out. Put some more into it. If anything crazy happens with it, I'll report back. But just seems like a fun little, 16-bit hack and slash right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
I rolled credits on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yay! Yeah, I saw your upload finale.
Yeah.
It'll be the last one we have for a while. It's copyright stricken.
And yeah, man. Yeah. That ending to that game. Holy. But you know what, bro? You don't have to go invest in that game because in a week or two here, it's coming out on Game Pass.
It's coming to Game Pass.
And I expect you to put in 20 hours and finish that thing.
I will play it for at least 15 minutes and then see something shiny and go back to Peggle 2.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. That's
so it's a great game. And I hope it gets the second life that it deserves on Game Pass. A lot more people discover it because man, oh man, like I said, if you're any sort of Marvel fan, all the Easter eggs and references and just love they put into that game.
Does somebody say Excelsior?
No, that is one thing that's missing.
Okay. I would have thought for sure.
Oh wait, there is a Stan Lee reference.
Okay.
Yeah, but not Excelsior.
Yeah.
But it's a gooder. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's not a spoiler. But when you're in Nowhere, which is in the first third of the game, and if you're familiar with the movies, it's the giant alien head that they've built refineries and a spaceport in.
Mhm.
Um, go search out the Collector's Museum and just go check out all the exhibits in the Collector's Museum.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
It's it's fan tribute or
Yeah,
fan
fan service.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's major fan service.
Right on.
It's one of the many reasons to love this game. And lastly, I also this week finished up my Master of Orion,
Hey,
my playthrough with the Ilarion DLC.
very nice.
I didn't actually win the game, but I played Blast Round. I recorded a whole bunch of really cool space battles,
Hmm.
and I checked out my standing, and I'm so far ahead of the other two people that I'm currently mopping through the galaxy that I'm not going to record another 7 hours of me just going through and mopping them up. Like they keep
Fair
running and
enough.
they keep running and inhabiting new planets, and it's just a circular like chase
Hmm.
around the galaxy. So I just
Sure.
I just called it. I said if I put a note in, or when I post it, I'm going to put a note in there that anyone who watches it, if they really want me to finish her up, I will. But
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm not looking to.
All right on.
So that's what's been keeping me busy since last time we got together, Rob. What about you?
Yep.
Video
Back to you,
games.
Ryan. I haven't played much in the way of video games. I've been started a new job. I've been doing a little bit of overtime with that and trying to learn some stuff. And then I've been working on my raid server, trying to get everything moved and backing stuff up. And strangely enough, like all our recordings on my side, we're on like one 10-year-old external 2 terabyte drive that I was starting to get a little worried. So built an actual NAS out of some stuff, and I've got a proper rated hard drive array that hopefully the grumpy old gamer stuff will won't die here, because that would be 110 episodes plus all the recordings I've done, and it's like
Yeah,
that would be pretty bad.
it would.
So that's what I've been working on, technology. And I cleaned the man cave here. You can actually, there's shelves, and actually, you know what? Let's do a game room tour right now.
Yeah.
There we
Hey.
go.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
that. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
that.
Yep. I've got just kind of got a lot of more shelving out. And you can see the carpet. Yeah, that's an amazing color. 1980s green. But
Awesome.
yeah, that was a whole weekend of. Nope.
Whoop, whoop,
See if I can
whoop.
get that somewhat in the same place. This is why you don't move cameras during recording. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's what I've been playing. And a little bit of Peggle too, because my kids want to see me beat that game. So,
You see?
although we're at the zombie levels now, and the kids are not wanting to watch me play the zombie ones, so I might have to beat those while they're not here, and then go back to whatever.
Right.
I don't remember what the zombie girl's name is, but
It's a addictive fun, isn't it?
yeah. Peggle
Awesome.
too. Yeah. See, grumpy about anything? Want to talk about the Switch controllers?
No.
No.
I have already lost my cool once already with that.
And I talked about the Amico for like 15 minutes, so
Yeah, I think our grumpy is buried in there.
we're pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if that's it then, Rob, I guess we can wrap this show up. Circle the wagons. Call it a night.
52 Skidoo.
52 skidoo. I was watching when I was editing the last episode. I had a good chuckle about that. The 52 skidoo edition.
Yep.
Of Street Fighter. I was just picturing that box art.
Just like Queensbury rules boxing.
Yeah.
Come here, I'll end you. Man, see?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'll show you the what for.
exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. As always, you can check out all of our original content at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. You can also hang out with us on Facebook. If you search out the Grumpy Old Gamers, we got the main page where we share all the current news, and the forum page where you can go in and post your own stuff, ask your own questions. Always something going on in there. Also, if you want to contact us, if you got any questions or want to see us play something, or want to ask Rob about the Amico and me about Joy-Cons, you can just email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We love getting emails and responding to them. And yeah, I think that's about it. So thanks for hanging out with us, and hope to see you next week.
Have a great day.
Night.
Bye-bye.